Driving around the city in my Benzo. Bad men looking for them rental. When we ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 podcast in Africa. Let's talk about it. My name is Toye, and today I have a multi-talented artist with me. This guy is a voiceover genius, an actor. I call him Agba Inaki, but a lot of you know him as Lekan King Kong. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome Lekan King Kong.
Drum rolls.
Oh, Baba, you're welcome to the show, man. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
We have our own rituals here. We always take toast before we start up anything.
Let's go.
Yeah, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And all that, yeah. So, brother, I want to ask you, Agba Inaki. Where did you get that name? Like, how did you come up with that name? What did be Inaki, sir?
Inaki na gorilla.
Gorilla, okay.
Yeah.
This is a
King Kong. You know the movie King Kong?
Yes,
yeah, the biggest gorilla in the jungle. So yeah, how did I come about the name?
Yes.
My name is Olaleye or Lekan, and my alias back then was is still King Kong. You know. So I started Yoruba content. I'm like, you know, my brand's innovation. What's in the forefront of it is Yoruba language.
Yeah.
So I thought King Kong doesn't go with the brand, and I have to coin a Yoruba name out of King Kong.
Okay.
So yeah, King Kong, the nearest meaning to it is Inaki. Do you understand? And I'm not just an ordinary gorilla. I'm a big gorilla. I'm the elder gorilla. So I thought, okay, Agba Inaki. And then the name came to stay.
Okay. Good. So tell us about your upbringing, you know, because most of us, we know you on social media. You know, you have so many fans. But, you know, you should give us opportunity for us to know you personally. So tell us about your upbringing. Where did you grow up and all that?
How do you want it? In full details or in brief?
We have all the time. So.
All right. I was born into the family of Olaleye in Ogbomoso town. My dad and mom of blessed memories, they both passed away. My dad passed in 2005 and my mom passed in 2013. Into a family of 11, a full football team.
11.
Yeah, my dad was a polygamist. So yeah, and I'm the last child of the family, 9 boys, 2 girls. I grew up in Ogbomoso and I spent most of my life, so far, I would say, in Ogbomoso. The first 16 years of my life was in Ogbomoso. So that was where I was born, that was where I grew up, that was my environment, and that's the environment that shaped who I am till today.
Wow. So how did you transform from Ogbomoso and then you ended up in South Africa? Because if I'm going to ask you now, I believe you've been doing this content, whatever, for a long time, right?
Yeah, for a while now.
So how did you come up with, tell us your story, your journey from Ogbomoso to South Africa.
Ogbomoso Primary School, Adisa Blessed Memorial Nursery and Primary School. Secondary School, Federal Government College Ogbomoso, Pro Unitat. For everybody that is watching, that is a Federal Government College product. My higher institution, I went to Uni Ilorin at first, and then I got expelled. So after which I went to Ajayi Crowther University to start over again. I studied business administrations, and I graduated with a first class in business administrations. So yeah, after that, I've always loved entertainment. I've always loved, you know, the industry, and I wanted to be a part of it. You know, I didn't know how I'm going to be a part of it, but I knew I was going to be a part of it someday. And I always say it to my friend, so someday, you know, I'm going to be known. You're going to know me for something because I want to do something. I don't want to be like a snake that walked on the rock and left no path. I want to leave and leave a path.
And that's kind of strange because I thought you probably studied maybe arts, cultural, whatever.
I studied business administration.
And then
yeah.
Now you don't even, I'm not even sure you benefit from the business administration.
My certificate is in my wardrobe. A first class student for that matter, you know.
So you mentioned you were expelled from the University of Ilorin. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, why not? It's all in the past now, you know. Yeah, I would say it was youthful exuberance, you know. I was young, I just wanted to have fun, and I wasn't really focused. I was very social, you know. So I was a member of a club as against what everybody would think, that if you get expelled, maybe you're a cultist or you did examination malpractice or something. Yo, that was not my situation. Back then in Unilorin, there was a new VC, Professor Loyede, yeah. I think he's the JAMB registrar or something now, yeah. So he was a very religious person, and when he became the VC, he did not want any social activities on campus anymore, you know. So he put out the message that there should be no social activities on campus. And I was a club boy, a homebrews boy for that matter. Once a homebrews boy, forever a homebrews boy, you know. So yeah, I was just elected as chief. And normally when you get elected as chief, you have to do a party for the new members, you know, like the testers. So we do call it back then. So yeah, it was around the time when I was supposed to have my first party. And you know, kids always stubborn, always say, no, we're gonna break the rules and everything. So yeah, we did. We had a party, and then the school authority got aware about the party. They came to the party venue. They came to different places where we were picking our girls up and everything, and then they arrested all of us, and then they took us to the school. We faced the panel immediately, and they expelled us. Wow. So when they expelled us on the basis of the topic on the newspaper back then was Unilorin expelled 12 cultists.
Really?
Yeah, so that was a basis for us to go to court. So we did go to court, and then
on false allegations.
Yes, and then
how was the result?
The result was positive. The school retracted the statement. They put out an apology in the newspaper, and then you know we couldn't go back to the school. We just had to go to different, you know, schools.
I know you're talking about it now like it's nothing, but back then I'm very sure it was a very difficult time.
It was like the world was going to end.
Because you know our parents, but people in Nigeria.
Yeah, I still had my mom back then, and I felt like I disappointed,
you know,
even myself, you know.
Yeah,
so I had to pick myself up. And thank God my mom was really there for me. You know, she didn't really criticize me, although you know mothers, Nigerian mothers, like you get all those kind of lamentations. But she was really there for me, always encouraging me and everything. And I was able to pick myself up, go back to school, graduated top of my class.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think I have to.
Thank you.
So I realized that, you know, there are a lot of people they are into skits and all this stuff, but I realized you do skits as well too, but you don't do a lot of skits. You do the voice.
It's a skit as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just another level of skit. That's what I would call it.
Yeah, but I think it's more of like a content.
It's a whole content.
But
you know, you can write a script, and then actors are gonna act it out. But I buy a script that was already written, and actors already, you know, acted it,
yeah,
and then you have to create a new script and then make it make sense as if they were acting what you just created.
So tell us about that your skills and how you are able to put a voice on another visual, and then you turn it into something comedy, and then the whole world is laughing, because I see you as a genius, and I know a lot of people will say that as well.
Thank you.
And to be honest with you, bro, they always put smiles to a lot of our faces, and I think we really need to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Every time if I carry my phone now and I look your videos, I go they laugh. If I didn't know, I go they laugh like mad person. People go they wonder with it, you know. But I really. So since you don't start this your voiceover, and then you know you actually use people's video and then you put a voice over it, like has anybody or has any celebrity ever called you before to say, hey, Lekan, why you use my video? Why you do? Because you know a lot of people do that nowadays. You don't ever get any experience like that.
No, celebrities will rather send their videos to me to pull voiceovers. They always do, you know.
So nobody has tried to take advantage of.
The only place where that happens is probably, you know, on the social media platform.
Yeah.
Some people can report for copyright.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
if they report for copyright, all I have to do is just to take the post down, you know.
Oh, but you never had any confrontation or conversation with anybody?
It will be their loss, because I'm just trying to make their content better, you know.
And you also act as well.
Yeah, I do.
So since when did you start acting?
Since I could remember. Yeah, my first personal project was in 2020. But before then, I was in Nigeria. I was in a movie that had a lot of A-list actors in Nigeria, the likes of Adebayo, Salami, Femi Adebayo, Salami, Odun Adekola, a lot of A-list actors, the Meji Latif, So yeah, that was like my debut.
Okay, but sorry, like, have you always had interest in being an actor, or someone introduced you to it?
My whole life is a movie,
So how did you get the offer to come and act?
From creating content. Voiceover was not like my major strong point. Still not. A lot of people that watch my content, will say, my grandmother likes you so much. My mom likes you so much. I do a prayer every first of the month. That goes even beyond my own imagination. I don't even know where that video I've reached, I do it every first of the month. Sometimes I do some newscasting, sometimes I do some teaching, sometimes I do some motivational talk, all in Yoruba language. So yeah.
So how many movies you don't do now since 2010?
Since that time, my personal movie, I don't do things.
No, not generally where you do, because personally you want.
Let's say 8.
8.
Yeah.
So personally, yours, have you directed and produced any of your own?
Yeah, I produced.
Is it
3
out?
solely. 1 is out. They've been watching it on African Magic Yoruba, The Masquerader. But initially it was a series. It was called Boju Boju.
Okay.
It was what's it called? Online series. But we made it into a movie, and yeah, African Magic bought it.
Okay, so for like most of us that are always on African Magic, can we get it on YouTube or places we can
It's
go and
on
watch?
YouTube,
It's on YouTube
but
as well.
not everything.
Okay, just
What's on YouTube is a few of the episodes, but the movie put together is only, is solely for African Magic.
okay. So have you ever gotten any offer where you reject before in terms of acting? Have you ever rejected any role before?
Well, who haven't?
So
I don't, my brand is my brand.
Have you rejected any role before? Yes or no?
Yes.
You don't reject it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't ask you the role, but like now, what are the roles?
No, don't shoot me in the leg.
No, I won't do that.
Yeah.
The
roles I rejected,
Yes.
they don't resonate with my brand.
Okay.
They are not in line with my brand.
Okay, like what role now you go reject? I don't know if you could just summarize that on. Like so that people will get interested and maybe they won't offer you something now, so they don't know ahead. Say, okay, this so role, I know if you offer them to you. So what kind of roles did they reject?
Any role that would.
Like Gateman.
Gateman. Why not? I mean, if you want me to be
What
a
about
Gateman.
Hitman?
Hitman, why not? It's a movie. It's not like real life,
Okay, so
but anything that will glorify, anything immoral, I would not get myself involved.
like kissing a man.
I would never get myself involved in such movies.
Okay, cool.
I'm a straight guy. I'm Nigerian. I have a woman and a child.
Exactly. Yeah, there are sometimes we know a lot of stars and celebrities, and there are sometimes probably you don't contact one celebrity before and they anticipate to meet this person. At the end of the day, when you met this person, you did disappointed, or probably maybe because it don't happen to me too, why they anticipate to meet one particular star. But when I met this guy, it was really rude to me, and the way he spoke to me, I just felt really, really disappointed. Like, have you ever had such experience before? Really, we've seen someone you look up to, and then at the end of the day, when you met this person, you were disappointed. Have you had such experience before?
I would say no. First of all, I only look up to God. Yeah, I have a lot of role models, not just one, and I emulate the good characters and ignore their bad characters, because there's no man that is complete.
Sure.
But in that situation, I don't put my expectations too high, so I will not put myself in a situation where I will feel bad. You understand? For anybody that I would love to meet, if I've not been able to secure a space that is safe for me to meet you where it's going to be comfortable for you. Because, I understand these people are, they are very busy people. They have a lot going on in their mind and everything. And you can't blame them for the way they act sometimes, So I would rather avoid than put myself in the situation.
But as a fan, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So who's your favorite actor?
My favorite actor?
In Nigeria, yes.
In Nigeria?
Nollywood, yes.
In Nollywood?
Or your top 5?
There are a
top
lot.
5. Top 5.
Top 5. I don't want to say top 5.
No, you know, go put them in any alphabetical
Any hierarchy,
order.
right?
Yeah, just
even at that.
Yeah.
There are so many talented
No, but
actors.
you will get definitely some go day way to say your favorites. You definitely, everybody get favorite actors now. Or you want the political about
maybe
that.
by sentiment, you know. For example, I've met Femi Adebayo Salami. I love him. He's a great character. He's a superb
Before
actor.
meeting him, do you know?
Of course,
okay,
I
cool.
always admire him.
Okay,
you
so
know.
Femi Adebayo.
Femi Adebayo,
One,
Odunade Kola,
2,
RMD.
3.
You're listening.
Yeah. I
You
said
are going
5.
to put me in
5,
big
3,
trouble.
RMD 3.
Itele the Icon.
4.
Yeah. Ade Dimeji Latif.
5.
Yeah.
But do you realize these 5 now are male? You don't mention any female.
That is why I said you want to
No,
put
you
me
go,
in trouble.
No, I'm not going to put you in trouble because now you mention females.
But one thing is that I love all the female actresses.
Come on, you can't love everybody. You
I
can't love everybody.
love them.
Even if you love, you get one way you know go love. Don't you see what's happening on, like,
I love Omotola, I love Genevieve, I love Iyabo Ojo, I love Bukumi, Adesina, right? Jaye Monje.
Is that female as well?
Yeah, Jaye
Five.
Olaputi.
Okay, now let's go back to comedians now, because you do it to comedy too.
I love Ellen Paul.
Tell me your favorite comedians.
My favorite, I don't have favorite comedians.
So
Everybody,
people you love.
people are unique.
You mentioned
in their own
Ellen Paul now.
different ways.
Yes, I love Ellen Paul too,
That's my
because she has been doing it for a long time, and
And she's still an icon.
as in,
Yeah.
I agree. Because you know, people that are always unique, what she does is unique, different entirely. Yeah, I like
I
that.
love
too.
Brother Shaggy. I love
Shaggy just started
Layi,
acting.
Wasabi. You're talking about comedians that
Oh,
I love.
sorry, comedian,
I love
yeah.
Basketball. I love
Yes.
Bovi. I love Ramsey. I say Ramsey Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of my favorite actors. Kunle Afolayan. You know.
Yeah.
I love what's this guy's name? That does the Daily Show. Oh God.
Basket, Noah, something Noah.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Hart. I love quite a lot of comedians. You know.
Yeah, true. You know, bro, see, a lot of people, when they get to a particular stage, especially entertainers and musicians and all that, most of them always claim, I did it on my own, nobody did it for me. But we all know nobody can do it. It's on our own. You can't do it alone. Definitely there will be somebody there that would help you. So in the music industry, who would you say this person has really helped you in the industry that you can say, yes, this particular person held me down in this industry that has really helped me, motivated me, and who would be the person?
I will forget names if I want to mention because there's a lot of them.
Wow.
And if anybody says they did it on their own, then it means they are taking the credit away from the fans.
A lot of people do it.
Who are you to rise to stardom without the fans? You see those numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the people that make up your backbone. So if you ever say you did it on your own, then you are taking the credit away from the fans. And even if they already love you, they don't see it that way. But let your conscience judge you. Nobody did it on their own.
Yeah, because
God did.
Because to be honest with you, if someone told me 8 days ago that I'll be sitting with you here today, I would never believe it.
Shout out to Scooby Ginger.
Exactly. So I can't say I did it on my own. I did it because of my beautiful brother, my gorgeous brother, yes, Scooby Nero. Because he was the one. So all credit goes to Scooby Nero.
I told you.
Yeah, that's why. And I really appreciate. That's why I asked the question because, there's one particular thing where I want to talk because I won't get your understanding about this particular ones, and it's about content creators in Nigeria. Like now, there's so many content creators now that are really wealthy, like Sidney Stalker and all these boys. And when they started, they always need a particular artist to just promote them for their platform. And to be honest with you, most of all these skit makers, 2 or 3 years, they end up getting richer than most of these artists. What do you think is the secret to that?
The secret to that is that content sells nowadays. In 2023, content is money. Content is like oil, you know. Content creation is beyond what people think it is. Yeah, they can tag you, he's a content creator, and then they think that, you know, maybe the stigma of, he's a content creator and it's just there. Those people are making a whole lot of money, I can assure you.
So, like, there are some upcoming artists in Nigeria now signed to labels like Marvin, all these girls now. To be honest with you, bro, there are some content creators that just started a couple of years ago. You don't really...
The truth is that content creators are independent.
Right?
When I make, for example, 2 million is coming to my account. Some people have management, and your management is not supposed to just be sitting and waiting for what's going to come to you. Your management is supposed to go and source and bring things to you so that they can benefit from it. But in most cases, content creators are independent. So you can make money from Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter.
100% yours.
100% yours.
So do you think artists can actually learn a lot from content creators, especially independent artists?
It's a different ball game. The music industry is not like the skit industry.
Yeah, but one way or the other, they need each other.
Yeah, they need each other very well, like a lot. But I won't say artists should learn from content creators. Rather, they should exploit what content creators can offer them. If you drop the music, you're not going to listen to it yourself. Your fan base can, they can engage, but how about you get more people to tell their fan base about your music, and then it becomes a multiplier approach. So it's interwoven, Everybody just needs to work hand in hand.
Yeah, but let's be honest, content creators now are a huge part of the industry right now.
Very huge. And I promise you, they're still not getting enough credit.
Yeah, because I watched this last Headies Awards. I watched everything from beginning to end, and there are some things a lot of people complained. But the major complaint I see, why would they carry an award that belongs to Nigeria to America? What do you think about that?
What I think about that is that, it's a very sensitive question, and I don't just want to dive into it. So
That's why
let me breathe. Let me sip something. Wait.
Okay, breathe, Baba, breathe.
I will try to, maintain a balance.
Okay.
On one hand, it's a Nigerian award, that belongs to Nigerians first, before the rest of the world. Do you understand?
Yes.
Under any circumstance, it should hold in Nigeria.
Right.
But when you think about the marketing part and the projection of the industry to the rest of the world, it's believed that if you take a show like that to America, it's going to get more popularities. Do you understand?
Yes.
Artists are going to be flown in. There are going to be, more sponsors on board. There are going to be more activities, and they are thinking about it from that perspective. Do you understand?
To make it prestigious.
But I feel like maybe I'm trying to give an excuse for them that the end point is that they are going to take it back to Nigeria after it has already gained all the popularity and every, foothold it needs to get. Because currently, Eddie's is probably the biggest, award in Africa.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know. Eddie's actually started as hip hop award.
I remember.
And it's all about rap.
And before Eddie's, remember we used to hear Kora Award, and it was in South Africa.
True.
Right?
Yes.
That was like the biggest.
True.
But now, no award in Africa is bigger than, Eddie's award.
True.
Yeah.
Really, in Africa?
I promise you. Which one?
No, as you mentioned them to me now, I try to crack my brain.
Talk about which award is bigger than Eddie's award.
I can't figure out anyone. How about this Channel O Awards?
How many Nigerians come into Channel O Award?
They don't even recognize them.
And Nigerians are like the gold of the world now.
Yeah, and then another thing where I criticize for the Eddie's Award, and not just Eddie's Award, I think Nigerian entertainment industry need to realize now that skit makers are a huge part of the industry, and now you have to include them in these award categories.
Not even one category.
Yeah, not one, because
About five different categories
Yes,
for
'cause
skit makers.
these guys are doing very well. Who go actually celebrate them?
Don't worry. They won't have a choice eventually. You know?
Right?
I promise
But
you.
do you think
It's still a very young industry, you know, compared to movie and music industry.
Yeah.
When the skit making started getting to limelight, I can say maybe 10 years ago, you know.
Yeah, so do you think skit making should have a category?
Of course. African Magic Award, skit making should not just have
Content
one
creators.
category, because I believe they have only one category.
So
Skit making is, you know, multifaceted.
Yeah.
There are voiceover artists, there are people that are into drama, you know. It's not like comedy all the time. They teach life lessons. There are people with life hacks, there are people that can trend your song.
exactly, that's
There
why
are dancers.
that's really important to
You know,
the
so there
entertainment
should be
industry.
different categories.
For them as well.
For
I
us.
agree. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Bro. I agree. So Mo, let's talk about something crazy. Recently online, there's this woman that actually said this statement. She said Nollywood, na Yoruba start Nollywood, and the thing turned to
brouhaha.
for online people, and then people can't make, you know, examples. Some say Ogunde, about Ogunde, Yemi my lover, and then start movies in Nigeria. And some people say na lie. Say Nollywood start when them do Nick at the Pretty Sabbath and all that. But you've been in the industry, and I think someone actually compared you to Benga Adeboye in one of your interviews.
Nobody should ever compare me to
And you know
Benga
what?
Adeboye
I think
again.
it's actually very
Benga
dumb.
Adeboye is a legend.
Bro, to me,
you know, nobody, I don't know the generations to come.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But right now, nobody beats Benga Adeboye forever.
but to me, I feel it's actually stupid for anybody to compare you to him, because what you
I
actually
also
do
feel it's stupid.
is different. What you do is actually different from what he does. Actually different. Maybe the voice and the storytelling.
Yeah,
Nice,
maybe.
similar.
But you see that man is, he's not human. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he is a different being. You know.
Yeah.
He is irreplaceable forever.
So what do you think about the Nollywood genesis here and there? What do you think about it? Maybe you can educate us, because I know you're into the
About Nollywood, who started it, who is winning, who is doing this,
like
who is
what
doing
exactly
that.
is happening.
Why?
How do we write the history of Nollywood? Because now people who won't write history don't start with conflict. So now when conflict don't do now, how we go put this thing down? If anybody won't even give award now, these people don't they say that them start up. But what do you think about that?
I feel like it's just an unhealthy competition.
Right?
I mean,
Truthfully.
who is Nollywood? The Nigerian movie industry. It's not Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa. We are all Nigerians before we are Yoruba or Hausa or Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
Or Igbo. Wherever you go in the world, will you say, "Oh, I'm Yoruba"? No, I'm Nigerian. You know, and that's what's up. So how about we unite and leave all the drama and the controversies, and then elevate Nollywood.
That's exactly what I'm
Get it to, you know, an Oscar level. In the music industry, Eddie's is doing great now. You know, they are taking us to some huge award, you know, kind of standard. Why don't we do that? Why don't we have something like an Oscar for Africa, you know, where everybody can, you know, can be celebrated, can get their flowers before they die. You get it?
Man. Exactly,
so let's
bro.
leave all the drama, all the controversies, and focus on elevation.
Yeah, bro. Let's talk about some real talk now.
I got you.
There's this American content creator.
Okay.
So I was watching his interview one time like that. He said he had about 4 million followers on Facebook, on Instagram, but he was still sleeping on his mother's couch. And nobody knows this. That was when he was still grinding. Do you understand? And a lot of people outside actually would see him and start.
He's a star.
What do you think about that? Because you also have about 1.3 million followers now, and a lot of people will probably be thinking, Lekan is this and that, and you know how people do. Let's break it down, bro. Because we all know not be everything with the social media. They real, and I'm not trying to throw shades or
Of course.
So I just want to be real, like with you. You don't get such experience before.
when you are up there, the expectation is also very high.
Right.
You understand? So people think, oh, as everything looks rosy, things are actually rosy for you.
Exactly.
But it's not like that for everybody. In the life of every content creator, there's a peak season. And there's a time where you just feel, for the past 2 weeks, I've not seen any advert other than my streaming money that is coming through. And it's not everybody that already have the platform to make money from their streaming and, you know, from their views and everything like that. So yeah, you can't judge. Do you understand? If somebody has even 10 million followers, it doesn't amount to money in their account until they monetize it and they are able to, you know, be consistent and be able to discover ways to be able to monetize their platforms. So there's reality, there's social media. Life happens to everybody. Nobody has it right. Nobody has a rosy life. Yeah, even the rich also cry. So yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, that's nice. So who be all these people where they write on a biography online? Because if I want to do interview with anybody, they always try to do my research and all that. And last time when I sat with Scooby, I don't know who go write Scooby biography online. I say Scooby is worth $600,000.
I don't see
this is my friend. When I check your own too, Baba, they say you worth $200,000.
I don't see him for 200. Maybe they bring him.
Who they write all these things for?
They wish us well, no, but 200K, you go with it, 200 billion. You are supposed to write 200 billion because one day, look at me, I'm gonna be a billionaire and I'm gonna be like, yeah, my nigga, I told you I was gonna get up there, and yeah, I will not go up there alone. We are all going together. So if you're ready, join the train. One time, man.
Okay, Baba, let's bring it down to our level now. Because I saw you're friends with Seun Kuti.
Yeah, I'm my GB.
And I'm very good friend.
I'm my guy.
So when Seun Kuti slapped that police officer, what did you say to him?
I tried to call him.
Yeah.
And he was not answering.
Okay.
So he called me back later. But before he called me, all that was in my mind, like, but when he told me his side of the story, I was like, okay, don't let me say what I said. But, you know, I understand from his own perspective. Yeah. I don't want, because the case is still on, so I don't want to talk.
Really, the case is still on?
I mean, they didn't dismiss it. I don't think they did. Oh, so I think it was just adjourned, or maybe he was released on bail, and then he can come back to court.
So we can't really talk much about it.
No, I can't say much about it. But I know that he good.
Left to me, I really don't even want to hear his side of the story. But what I know is that waiting police and army don't do in Papa. Waiting that man go through for Nigerian army
and it all happened right before his eyes.
His eyes. So all those things, you know, they part of waiting.
A lot of people in Nigeria don't understand trauma. Do you understand? Yeah. You can be traumatized for a very long time, but it doesn't make sense to a lot of people in Nigeria. For example, somebody that they threw his grandmother out of the window.
Can you imagine?
And they were cops, they were uniformed men.
Yeah.
If you see them, you know, automatically you might have a panic
trauma,
attack, you might have a reflection, but I'm not justifying anything, like I said, you know. Let's leave it. It's still on, they will decide eventually.
Okay, when you spoke to him, his explanation, you understood better than...
we spoke.
So that means the video where we see itself, there's more to it.
There's so much to it.
You see the problem about social media?
There's so much to it.
Because a lot of people condemn him, do this, do that, but you know, to know the truth.
Every layman will condemn him, will be like, no matter what happen, you're not supposed to slap police. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But like I said, let's leave it.
Let's leave it, right? Okay, so bro, I know, how do I even say this? Like, I want to talk about Big Brother. Big Brother, like, why you know go Big Brother, or is that how I'm supposed to say why you know go, or what do you think about Big Brother?
I don't. What do I think about Big Brother? I've had a couple of friends on Big Brother.
Of course.
In 2014, Tayo Faniron did Big Brother Africa, represented Nigeria. Shozi is still in the house right now. He went back for All Stars, you know. So yeah, I know quite a few about, you know.
So how about considering going?
How about considering going?
Yeah. Because I won't lie to you, your chances of you at least getting to the final is high.
like I said, it's easy from the outside. You know, it's easy to say you can go, you can do it. But do you know my psychological state?
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
What
Do you know if I can be confined in a place for 2 weeks and I will not be going crazy with total strangers? I also don't know. And maybe I don't want to find out. But other than that, I already have a niche. I have a brand that I'm trying to grow. And on that, I want to focus.
I know you're friends with Tayo, and I know you're very close with Shows as well. And so I don't know, you know, but the way you just answered that,
Big Brother is a
almost
great
like
platform. It's going to give you a catapult to the top.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But the only problem I have with it is, you know, after 2 years, when other new people come through,
they forget
people
you.
quickly forget the people of the past. If you were not the winner or you're the guy that was in the season that's still, you know, trying to balance through your career and everything, you know, it's easy for people to forget because when they see new faces, they become their fans and everything. That's the only comma for me. But it's a great platform. It's great for everybody that have been on Big Brother. They've been able to do a lot of things with their lives, you know, and it's good for them. But I don't think it's for me.
Okay, I get you. So, bro, when there's a friend of the show, he's right here. When he heard I'm sitting with you today, he was so happy because I'm one of the very big fans. So he decided to sponsor today's show, and he decided to bring a gift for you. Palm Heights, my brother, Palm Heights Clothing, decided to bring a gift for you today because, yeah.
Thank you. Emini Cotton.
Yes, yeah, man.
Bro,
Palm Heights Clothing.
thank you so much, man. In my tribe, we don't sit down. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, that's Palm Heights Clothing.
Palm Heights Clothing to the world.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Palm Heights Clothing. Wọ́n ti dá mi lọ́lá pẹ̀lú clothing nǹkan tó gbà yìí. Let me put that beside me.
So before we round up, bro, it's almost like the last quarter of the year. So what should we expect from King Kong? What are we expecting from you? Are we expecting new movies? Because, bro, I don't know. I just think, see, you know, shows like all these Papa Jasco flatmates. Can't you come up with something like that? Because
I could. The limiting factor is the fact that who are the people that are going to act with me on that kind of a thing. So that's why I'm planning to be in Nigeria soon and be able to get a team together and take the world.
Okay, so what should we expect from King Kong?
I have a movie, Waja. We're still waiting for a particular, you know, TV channel to pay. So when they do pay, we're gonna put it on, you know, the biggest platform. Trust me, I just don't want to mention. Okay, so we're still waiting.
It's gonna be out before the end of this year.
It's gonna be out. Yeah, Waja is a story coined from the Yoruba culture. When the king dies, there's usually a Bobaku that journeys with the king to the other world. So they bury the guy alive with the king. So in that movie, I am from the family of Abobaku. My father was buried alive with the former king, and then my mom, realizing my fate, disappeared with me, traveled, and then, you know, later the king dies, and I'm supposed to be buried with the king. The king's spirit cannot rest. I am not resting because I begin to see things. Look out and watch out for Waja.
For real, bro. For real, bro.
And then, yeah, more content, more greatness. You know, I just launched my Yoruba language, Edeob, Yoruba language teaching, online teaching classes.
Okay, so what platform can we?
If you check, you know, there's a website for it. If you check my page, there's a post for it. There's a WhatsApp number where people can contact, you know, my team if they want to register their kid from any part of the world. And we have quite a good number.
Please, Lekan, look into our camera and then tell these people where we can find you, watch your Yoruba content, your Instagram handle, and everything about you. You know, so.
Yeah, my name is Olaleye Olalekan, aka Agba Inaki, aka King Kong. Alára àgbà ìdá ọkùnrin gbòòlàbí iná jò láàrò. Ọmọ wọn nílò Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ bí wọ́n ti ń jẹ káwọn tó mú kọ yangan ọmọ àfògbòjà bí èṣù ọ̀dàrà. Àjàó onímọ̀ta ẹ̀rẹ́dùnrin àjàó tó ní bọ́lọ̀ ń dáni tán bọ́lọ̀ ò dáni tán gógó lára kẹrin ebi ń pa ìlọ́kọ̀ àrílù ẹrú mọ́sá ọmọ àjọba ló lélẹ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ ń fọ̀pá pọ̀lọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ toró gbọ̀pọ̀lọ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. You can find me on Instagram at Lekan_King Kong, on Twitter at Lekan King Kong, on TikTok Lekan King Kong 1. On YouTube, Lekan Agba Inaki. On Facebook, King Kong Productions and Agba Inaki Productions.
That's right.
And my TV channel, Inaki TV. You can subscribe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bro. Man, Lekan, we really appreciate you for coming today, and then we're very, very grateful.
It's my pleasure.
I really enjoyed my time with you.
Shout out to Scooby Ginger.
Yeah, bro. Scooby, my bro, please, I need you to come around and come and tell them that your new single, man. We need to promote that your new single. Sure. Can't tell them the new single where they out, where they stream out.
Scooby get 20 singles out right now.
Now the only person where I know will do 50 tracks. Papa, sit down.
I go.
Fine, bro.
Correct guy.
Bloodline.
Yeah, I
I don't date you, man, but at the same time. Babe, what am I single again?
20.
Collect, yeah, but the official videos when they come through soon anyway, so yeah.
Straight
So
up.
Collect is out right now.
Collect is out right now.
In all platforms, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, Collect is out on every platform by Scooby Nero, Scooby Ginger. Go stream it, go buy it, go copy
For
it.
real.
I appreciate
And
it.
also my brother Palm Heights in the building as well.
Heights.
Palm Heights clothing. Palm Heights, I beg, tell them where they find your clothing,
Palm Heights.
everything. Tell them, man, please, bro.
Palm Heights.
Hello, my name is Palmite, CEO of Palmite Connection.
Yes.
You can find me on Instagram at Palmite Connection.
For real.
You can find me on Facebook at Palmite. You can find me on all platforms at Palmite Connection.
Oh shit.
Palmite to the world.
For real, bro. Man, Agba Inoki, I really appreciate your presence, man, and I'm very, very grateful for you honoring my invite. But before we go, please, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to subscribe, like, and share. I want to make a special shout out to my boy, DJ Yemite. I want to make a special shout out to Scooby Nero, aka Scooby Ginger, and the publicist, #1 CRO. And I want to make a shout out to my boy as well, my special designer, one of the best designers in Africa, Palm Heights. That's all we have for you today, bro. I hope we'll see you again. Jah bless.
Cup of Judah.